Gotta slay 'em all. A chlorokinesis-imbued ponytail, a katana, and a giant spell-casting pupper. This is Beast of Reincarnation by Game Freak. It does have a bit of a learning curve to it before it fully starts clicking, so I'm going to directly walk you through a few tips that I wish someone had shown me at the very start of my playthrough. Alright, now one of the first things that I suggest you do, just open your inventory, toggle over to Koo, and here select his first ability, Higabana Seeds. Click it again and you can change the mod. I recommend changing the mod to Rapid Cooling, where Koo gets 1 energy each time he hits a burning foe. Since that ability deals burning damage, you might see where I'm going with this. Then once you have 4 FP, which is that meter down in the bottom right, you can cast that Higabana Seeds, and if it inflicts burn, you'll actually earn back part of its FP cost. So now I have 3 FP already to cast something else. Just a simple little trick in the early game, and all I have to do is change 1 mod around. It's also more effective if you cast that on an enemy that's in the air. So if you just hit your basic attack and then your skill input, this is a really good launcher. So R1 then square on PlayStation, or right bumper X on Xbox. When you do that, Koo should jump in and launch the enemy up into there. Then you can cast that, and it's going to be just a little bit more powerful. If you keep pressing the basic attack after that launcher, you'll automatically just jump up into an aerial combo, so that's another way you can use that too. There's another little trick with your ranged weapon. If you jump and then hold jump, you'll do that root jump or whatever that is. However, if you're airborne, you can actually trigger a slow-mo shot. So that's a really easy way to have slow-mo aim, if you need it. Combine that with that launcher, so pop them up, jump, slow-mo shot. Neat. Again, this is all stuff you can do at the very, very start of the game. Now, open your menu back up, toggle over to Koo, select the Roots ability, and as you can see, that now has no mod installed because we took a mod off of it. If you remove a mod, you can actually lessen the casting cost of any of these abilities. So if you want to, cast these more often, you can remove mods and then they cost less FP. However, on the root skill, you might want to put on the mod End of the Line. This gives Emma +3 vigor if you hit a foe with a status ailment. So you can use that right after our fire skill. Let me demonstrate in real time here. The fire skill should light them on fire. You get back some FP immediately, then you can cast End of the Line, and you'll get a vigor buff, which is kind of like a attack up buff for a period of time. You can see when that buff is active, it's the katana icon above our entanglement gauge. Now, something that the game will explain but not show you every single way to use it is your Bayonetta style utility hair. If you just hold right trigger, you can create these dynamic bridges in the environment. But like I said, there's more to this than just making a horizontal straight bridge. For example, cast this on a vertical surface, and your hair will go straight up, creating a tether point you can quickly just launch yourself to. Easy way to get some elevation, then you can cast a horizontal bridge, get above enemies, and do a nice little stealth assassination. And when casting your hair, if you move the camera while holding right trigger, you can actually bend it. Now, another little trick that you could miss for a while, if you aim your ranged weapon and highlight an enemy, you can actually click and right stick to send Koo in, and he'll just go draw aggro for you. Thanks, Koo. When you aim at an enemy like this, you're going to see a pounce rate percentage above their health bar, and that's pretty much Koo's chance to insta-kill him for you. Yeah, like that. Good job, Koo. You so cool. You can increase that pounce rate, how effective the pounce is, if you go into the skill tree, toggle to Koo, and right here you can put more points into pounce if you plan to send Koo in a lot. Also, over in Emma's skill tree, if you go this left route, you'll find the attack dog skill. This increases how much damage Koo does when sent in, so I recommend that as one of your early upgrades. Also, while we're in here, the right route has a really, really good skill, the expanded entanglement gauge. This gives you more entanglement meter each upgrade. That'll give you more of the charges down there in the bottom center of the screen to use your combo attacks, or also this slow down time ability. The more of those notches on the entanglement gauge, the longer you can do the slow-mo effect. So that's a pretty good one to invest in early. Some of those skills that you unlock for Koo will actually need to be equipped first. So if you go to Koo, go down to the bottom here, this is where you'll have to equip some of those things that you unlock, like Ley Landmine. I don't know where Koo's getting those, but yeah. Another thing, you can equip healing items for Koo to automatically use, which I recommend that you set. So if I just stand around taking damage, if Koo is being a good doggo, there we go, it's gonna shoot me some healing. If you're struggling with survivability, make sure go to Koo and put on the Recovery Tonic S as an automatic use. That'll help a ton. You'll get more of these skill slots for Koo as you rank up your rapport with Koo. You can do that by showering Koo or stroking Koo. Now, another way to get some passive healing, hit D-pad down. And here you can eat stuff, which I actually missed for a little bit. When you're full or you're not hungry, you'll actually regenerate health over time. So in between areas, as you're exploring, this is a good way to keep your health topped off without using your actual health vials. Something else that you could entirely miss, when you're changing armor sets, look down there at the bottom. It says enemy awareness. So just because a armor set has higher defensive values, it's not just flat out all around better in every way, because like this one has enemy awareness extreme, which means you're very visible in chainmail. So if you want to stay stealthy, stick with the starter armor. If you want to have more defense, put on the chainmail that you get in the early game. Now, a little bit later, I suggest getting Emma's vitality up to 9 and Koo's strength up to 9 as well. For Koo, invest 2 points into Pounce, and that unlocks 2 really useful things, Taunt, and also, next to that, is Detect Hidden Item. You're going to want both of these as soon as possible. Then invest 2 points into the hair attribute for Emma. That unlocks Helm Splitter, a very, very important attack that you need to have. Now that you have Helm Splitter, a lot more of the combat starts making a bit more sense with how much the game wants you to kind of fling over to things and launch yourself up into there. Because if you hold attack now in the air, you're going to do Helm Splitter, which is this really strong area of effect attack. So like I said, a lot of the abilities that you have at your disposal want you to fling over to them, and now you can do Helm Splitter. So we can do this attack to sprout this flower thing, launch up, Helm Splitter, super good attack. You have to have Helm Splitter in this game. So the sequence is regular attack, then the skill attack, right trigger, then hold regular attack. That's a really good range sequence that uses Helm Splitter. Koo's Higabana Bloom also creates one of those jump points if you want to use that as a initiator for Helm Splitter. Another good distance closer, if you target an enemy and hold right trigger, you'll sprout a little jump point right on them, which can chain into Helm Splitter. And since we unlocked Taunt for Koo, make sure to go over to Koo and put Taunt on. Koo will now use that Taunt to essentially draw enemies off of us so we can just position ourselves, give them some free hits. Yeah, Taunt's pretty useful to have. And with the Detect Hidden Item skill, Koo will sometimes dig up free items for you. I mean, who doesn't want that? Also, if you don't want Koo to do that, you can hit the right stick in right here and either enable or disable that effect. Alright, that should get you going in the early game of Beast of Reincarnation. Let me know, what do you think of it if you've already started it? Do you like the combat? Has it not clicked for you yet? Like I said, it does have a bit of a learning curve before it clicked for me. But let me know if any of this helped, and again, let me know what you think. As always, I'm Alex. Thanks for watching.